Hey everybody, this is Krunnky. Going to talk through a solo chicken dinner I had tonight just to kind of give you an idea of the decision making I made on the way. I'm by no means an expert, but I've always wanted to do one of these, so here we go. You can see now I'm on Miramar. I'm jumping out to the west of the map, northwest of the map, toward El Pozo. I believe I opened up the map here a little bit. Yeah, you can see kind of running in between those places below Crater Fields, but between El Pozo and Crater Fields, those little houses my mouse is at right now. I'm going to land here and have pretty much my run of the place. I get looted up here with, I believe the gun I found pretty quickly was an M4. I skip over a lot of the just loot acquisition. I only got 5 kills, spoiler alert, in this map. Here's the M4 I got. Now, the first time I run into someone, you can see there's only 46 people left. Not very far in here, but I hear a vehicle. I start to respond here. Coming back, I'm pretty much the first person I've seen the whole map. I get really lucky here. I get one good shot on him, which probably made him panic. And now he's an easy target once he falls out. I think I got him really good with the headshot. But anyway, I cut out some spots here where I swapped vehicles. I swapped out, this is actually a replay, so you can see these texture pop in. But I swap out vehicles here, I find me a buggy, and I'm basically, you can see the circles chasing me. There's only 18 people left at this point. I've seen one person exactly so far. I was able to kill him. I do run into someone here running up toward the crate. Now, because this is a replay, you can see exactly where everybody is. At this point, the only person I'm aware of is the guy running in the middle of the screen there, running toward the right. He's too far away for me to get a good shot. I'm going to speed up the replay here a little bit so we can get to the good stuff. I decide to wait here, even though this is outside the circle, just for a little bit, because at this point, I'm not sure there's not anybody coming behind me. So many times, I know we've all played PUBG enough to get wrecked from behind while we're waiting, while we're looking at somebody else. So, here I am, slowly creeping in. I'm giving you a good look at the map. Here in the replay, you can see there's no one behind me, but at the time I wasn't sure. So I hear some shots up ahead. I decided to, keep looking all around. Using this tractor here as cover. I know there's a guy to my right, but I'm waiting. Got the M4 with a 4X scope. I've also got a Vector with just a red dot, plenty of ammo. I don't think I ever used the Vector in the whole map, to be honest, but you see here I'm just biding my time. I know I've got, a little bit of time left, so I'm going to have to get up to that house where I know there's a guy in there. At least I know now, but at the time I had a pretty strong suspicion that's where he was. I end up getting into a little bit of a spat here with him as he runs behind the house. I think he's tangling with somebody else, so I get him once right here real well. And that sends him in a little panic mode. I follow him here in the replay with the map to kind of see where he goes. Turns out, I didn't know this at the time, but he went up in the house on the second level. I think he was going to wait for me to come up, but I didn't. I didn't rush him. If you see, I've got 52 seconds on that map. Looking at that distance, I can make that in about 30 seconds. So I was kind of waiting. I'm moving back and forth. I hear that shot to the left as well, so I'm kind of waiting. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to use this vehicle or this house here as cover. He decides to come out and try to push me. I don't know why. He barely winged me. I think I have you can see I have 75% of my health left. I lay down in bed. He throws a grenade past. I don't move because I heard it bounce behind me. That gives me ample opportunity to turn around, take a good shot at him, and take him down. While he thought I was on the other side of that hill. So I think he assumed that he flushed me out with that grenade, but because I heard it bounce behind me, I knew it was going to go past. Unless it was a fluky grenade, I know those happen. But here I'm in full-on, 180 heartbeats per minute because I'm not sure what's going on here. I know that there's a guy to the left somewhere taking constant shots at someone, so I hold out in the house just a little bit. I know the blue's starting to come in. I'm gauging the situation here. Now, I don't know that all 3 of those guys are to my left. I'm actually taking a shot at someone here to the right, I believe. Maybe that guy at the house. Yeah, I decide with all the shots I hear to my left, I'm going to the right. I'm going to cross the street. I was 101% sure I was going to die right here in the map, but I cross the street. I'm looking a little bit as the blue comes in right on me at that shed and those hay bales, thinking I can get inside there. However, when it comes right down to it, I can't get in that shed. These hay bales are just outside too, so I end up running to up here to another hay bale because even though they're hay, they do impact all bullets. I spent a good chunk of the game right here. I look at my new circle, and my new circle's, you know, 5 feet away. So I know I've got a good shot. There's 5 people left. I'm playing on solo. So obviously, I'm waiting for people to find each other. It's a very small circle for 5 people, especially on Miramar where everything's nice and open. So at this point, I know there's a guy shooting to my left. Actually, in the replay, it was very strange. I zoom over here to see, because I remember hearing of an AWM, what I thought, and it turns out that's what it was. He has sights on me. He's looking like in my direction. I zoom in here to see what he's looking at. I think he's AFK or something. I have no idea, because he's not even, you know, you see he's not even looking around to find somebody. You know, even if he can't really see me because I'm behind that hay bale, he should be looking. And I just popped out and tossed a grenade thinking somebody was over that hill. So he just sits here for a minute, and I find out in the replay later that he starts to move now when there's a guy right to his left. I mean, how can you not hear that? He gets taken out. So now we're down to top 4. This guy coming up behind him, he's looting. He doesn't see the guy peeking over the top ridge there. He starts running at me. At this point, I'm not aware of him, and I think I start to become aware of him about right here. I can start to hear his footsteps, and you see me, I'm getting lined up. There, I'm lined up. Pretty easy kill because I had time to line it up. Now I know my blue's coming in, so I'm running up here. I'm mindful of my cover here with these hay bales. Even though this one's not exactly in yet, I'm still sitting here for some reason. I think I'm worried that I've exposed my position, so people are going to be shooting at me from up on that ridge. Biggest fear I have right now is that ridge. You can hear I actually get swallowed up by the blue a little bit. I have to move, because that blue at the end of the map is no joke. So I say, you know what? Hay bales have got me this far. Let's go up to this next hay bale here. At this point, I become aware of the guy on the left. I'm hiding at that hay bale, but I'm using the map to fly in, the replay map to fly in. And at this point, all I know is the guy on the left is, and I knew he was tangling with somebody else, so I was content to leave him. He starts getting shots on. I started getting shots on him in the doorway here. Not an advised move. If there's 3 people left and you're one of them, don't expose yourself if you're in a relatively safe position like I was. He was sitting there looking out, and I thought I could shoot him in the face twice before he dropped. We end up having a pretty good battle here. He hits me maybe twice the whole time because of the hay bale's wonky. You gotta like scoot out around. There was one, there was 2. Or that one actually hit me 3 to 4 times, but they weren't big hits. I think they were hitting me in the shoulder or something because I was able to med through it. That hay bale is very wonky. There's about 6 inches on the outside of it where you're shooting, but it still hits the hay bale itself. Very discouraging. But you can see my armor and stuff is pretty good. I'm popping some meds here, and I'm exchanging rounds with this guy. Back and forth. I'm still unaware of the guy to the right. I think I see him here in a minute. If that guy on the right was I think he was pinned down from fighting with this guy before, but if he was up here playing a little bit more aggressively, he could have probably taken me out here because I was distracted if he saw me bouncing on the right side. But I had to start moving up because of the blue, and I'm using these trees. I know I've got a shot on him, so I put some pressure on him. You see him bank up. I'm aware now of this guy on the right. Here he comes around. I'm able to get some luck here. He's panicking. I put him down, and then I realize I missed him just there, but he's on the left side of the tree. I miss him, and I get lucky, and I get the final shot on him there. He was pretty weak from before, but anyway, guys, leave a comment below and let me know what a scrub you guys think I am, or any tips or advice you have. Follow me at Krunnky_Twitch, or you can follow me on Twitch TV /Krunnky with 2 N's. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.